basically what he did, he cleared through and took advantage of his man not following him, and great feed by Tommy Freeman, good finish. 4-0, I mean, I'd be calling a timeout now. I'm not too sure whether Nick, his first stint as league coach, that's what I would have called the timeout after 3-0. He's got it now. So.
I probably would agree with you, Brownie. I think with the momentum happening like that, you need to just settle people down a little. I think Burnside obviously needing some offensive sets here. They've sort of had it down there. They haven't spent a lot of time in their offence. Just on Jakey Rosenthal there, Tommy Freeman, beautiful, looked coming across. He just seems to make a lot of space, and in the New Zealand game for South Australia in the 18s, he managed to bag 10, and I think he got about 7 of them from doing exactly that. So he's been well drilled and just pops up.
It's interesting that intel that I have on it that he wasn't successful in making the under-19 team because he didn't necessarily fit into the offensive plans of Gordon Purdy, who's the offensive coach, and I don't know about. I'd assume that if we play Australian style of offence, that you look for guys that move off the ball. But obviously, they must be adopting the Delphi attack offence, which is obviously an American sort of offence. So it's been a little bit surprising because if you're playing in arguably one of the top clubs in Australia and you're playing offence and you're learning from some of the best players in the country, and your key asset is movement off the ball, I thought that he would be someone really worthwhile pursuing.
Look, I'd agree with that totally. As I said, I had the pleasure of coaching him over in Perth, and look, his off-ball movement and the things that he does, in that Australian style of lacrosse as we have known it, is instilled. It's almost second nature.
Yeah.
So a bit of a. So Fremo again with the ball. Roscoe just seems to be getting free here. And Pez, or he's going to call him through in the crease here.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad look by Lee then. I thought Roscoe might have pulled the trigger again. Perhaps he was a bit gun shy from that last shot that Williams saved. But Burnside just needs to clear this ball and keep it down in offence for a period of time. Give their defence a bit of a rest. They've been under enormous pressure.
Yeah, they really do need an offensive set here. Probably need to get it down and almost get to a point of a stall down there with some movement and some touch. Marshall breaking up. Okay, we've got Benji fast man breaking, although he's done that pretty well. Still under a fair bit of pressure.
He's a quality player, the old Benji. Got a lot of time for him. Obviously, he plays with a lot of physicality. I think he's in the current state team. You didn't know that, wouldn't you? He's made the state team, obviously.
Yeah, look, there's a few players within these two sides actually that have played or made the state team. Benji obviously was captain with Luke Keesing last year with the state team, and he's going to keep that title this year. So great on-field leader, and he just runs all day. Work ethic wise. So Patinkin here kicks it out to Lambert, to Marshall. Sorry, that was Liam Hood down there. Stevie Lambert, bit of razzle dazzle. Not much movement down here, to be honest. A little flat-footed Burnside here. Patinkin seems to be running well. Looks inside, and that little combination between Sandow and Patinkin, which gets Burnside on the board, probably sums up about 80% of their offensive sets last year.
Yeah, I was just going to make the comment that Sandow had Byron Pridham on him, and obviously Kieran has an athletic advantage there. I would have thought, we need Sandow to get out of the crease and work for the ball. Having said that, Patinkin makes a good move, and Sandow takes advantage of that. Backdoor cut finishes. So, I think the Burnside elite offensive players such as Patinkin and Sandow really have to play a major role.
Here we go, so they stuck OJ Brown in with Jack, and might have been run around the helmet there.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum here for Burnside. 4-1, I mean, get another goal, 4-2 at quarter time, and you were still well and truly in the game.
Okay, one to beat here. Although that is Mr. Fuss, and Hollow holds that pretty well against Fussy. I don't think he's necessarily got the legs to outrun. Oh, nice take by Patinkin, and a great save in the cage there by Chippy, but showed it low and put it low, and Chippy was pretty well always there. So Chippy coming out of the cage now, and yep, hits Roscoe, and Roscoe loses the ball, bounces off that stick. Obviously, he hasn't been rowing with it.
Yeah, a bit of heat there by Benji.
Yeah, Roscoe keeps going. I believe Roscoe made, was it the Australian Championship or something within the rowing?
Yeah, not sure. All I see is he's always posting on Facebook, you know, and him and his mates, and with their bulging biceps, etc. You always see plenty of Facebook images of Roscoe and his rowing mates.
Yeah, it's good to see him looking a bit like we were in our younger day.
Oh yeah, not quite to the level you and I, Tony.
Well, you know, he's young. Nice pick there.
Well, that's a good save by Williams. He's come out and met the ball, obviously then reducing the angle of the shot, and, you know, reducing the open space behind him. So that's a good save. Lee Perham sweeping on Dawson. Probably has a slight speed advantage over Scotty. But yeah, not a bad matchup.
Yeah, look, Pez is actually he is looking quite agile at the moment. He, as I said last year, he came off a really good year, putting shots away. Brett is more known for those body saves as well. Looking inside,
really good move. You know, disciplined by Tommy Freeman, redirecting the X feed to the crease, and it was good sound blacks by Brighton then. Probably Tyler Leeming, not his greatest suit, is feeding the ball. Tried to feed again to the crease, and Burnside unable to come up with that loose ball possession, and Brighton once again will start another set. Tommy Freeman at the top.
Yeah, they're giving a fair bit of space to that crease man here at the moment.
A bit lazy there by Fussy. Bit of a off the back foot round arm feed to Tommy Freeman. Numerical advantage for Burnside.
AJ Brown knocked down. Roscoe against Patinkin. Oh, there might be a loose ball interfere. Oh, hang on.
I thought it might have.
I thought that one might have gone Brighton's way then.
So, same here.
Actually, no. Although Michael Kiplock was a lot closer, I mean, from where we went that far, much further away. And anyway, Burnside get it back. And Jimmy Goodrich at the back, working the back, very packed in, or gets through. Well, that's great. That is a great ground ball. Fussy Holler again seems to be doing a lot of leg work up and down at the moment. To Freeman, I think he might have a measure here. With a good slide, and came a little bit late, I think.
Yeah, well, look, once again, not being too critical of young Williams there. I mean, one of the basic fundamentals of goalkeeping is to hold your post, and that's where the shot went in, was the post. So if you hold that pipe, that's probably not a score. He's probably predicting Freeman shooting across his body again like he did earlier. At 5-1, good solid transition from Brighton.
Yeah, look, that's a couple of times Brett's been beaten down low too on the stick side. So Mathwin against Billows. Billows working hard in there. Billows actually wins that one, flicks it out back, but a little bit of hacking going on there. And nothing called, letting things go. Mathwin. Oh, he might have slightly panicked a little then, I think.
Yeah, he ran into a wall of Brighton players. There's no clearance clock here in South Australia on clearing, so no need to force it. Go back, take your time. Yeah, that's just, really poor by Benji there, over-committing on Evan Locke. obviously Benji's a very aggressive defender, but really needs to probably play a bit of a high percentage.
Looks like they've got a bit of a lock off here. There's a flag called there, I would assume, for a slash.
I'm not sure how he can call that from there, really, but...
Or might...
I mean, I'm not too sure how Gowdy was in a position to know whether that was on the hand or not on the hand from where he was. I mean, basically the player was running away from him. Has he called that simply because Benji threw a few, they weren't overly aggressive, they weren't from downtown or anything, but, I guess that's what you want from referees is probably, good finite calls, not necessarily speculating,
Yeah, look, did sound like a fair bit of stick within that check too, just quietly. But you know what?
3-3, Lee Perham on the crease. Wouldn't expect him to be on the crease for too long. There'll be some sort of rotation here. Here we go. So here we go. We've got a rotation here. Pussy's was always going to go to Perham there.
Oh, looking across the crease.
Oh, good save.
Oh, that one hit the bar then. Oh, that's there's a few inherent sticks flying around at the moment. A little bit of feeling out there.
Yeah, the Canadian Tyler Leeming once again amongst it. That was a well-designed, sort of like ended up in a semi-wheel sort of thing with then Tommy Freeman, I think going to the back door after Tyler Leeming comes through and clears out to the crease, leaving that left-hand side free.
Inside in a fort zone there, but they were able to send off, and that will be the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, 5-1 Brighton's way, with Brighton will maintain possession of the ball here, and we'll start the second quarter with a man up.
Quarter, and Brighton will be in a man up position here for, I would say, 1 minute, with Fuss starting with the ball.
I'm not too sure they're running the same set here. Fussy's changed positions. No, I think it's probably going to be the same one. So look for a...
Can't let him in, and unfortunately Jakey's throwing that stick side high. Nice pass by Williams.
And I'll be keen to lay a bit of wood on Benji since he's pretty adept at laying wood on everyone else. So nothing like when a defender's clearing the ball, you try and get a bit of revenge on him and give him a little bit of a whack.
Yeah. A good pick up there with the change on the bench. They've given it to Kieran Sandow, who you would expect to run this down towards the attack end.
He needs to pursue this. I mean, they've got that swap now, but that was poor play from the Burnside guy to let Ross Hamilton switch. He should have taken Ross away and allowed Sandow to pursue that match-up on Jack Woodford, which is obviously athletically is an advantage for Sandow.
It was good defence from young Jake then on Liam. A couple of the young guys that we were talking about earlier. But, potentially both could have been in that line inside.
Is Liam? I thought Liam was is he the only
Liam
SA?
is the only SA. Had a good drive there. Great knockdown from Fuss. Good defence and bit of a fast man break, and there goes Paul Marshall again, who filters across. There's been and a nice cut there. A nice look inside, and unfortunately just missed the right-hand post.
Probably no need for Jack to quick stick that. He probably had plenty of time to take the ball, give one fake to young Williams and then put it around him, but elected to quick stick it.
Jack down to Pez. Just not moving the feet necessarily as well as they could have been, and some good pressure down to that corner there on Scotty Dawson, which sees the ball flick out of his stick, and Brighton will get it back. Subbing Fuss here for Tommy Polden, so that's a bit of a quick whistle here would be advantageous, but not going to happen. So Fremo at the back, working hard. There's some big...
it's. I mean, if you're going to carry the ball, you're going to expect you're going to get whacked. The whole idea, obviously, lacrosse is to move the ball, create offence by moving off the ball, etc. And Tommy's going to continue to carry the ball like that. He's going to have a fairly sore right arm by the end of the day. Yeah, obviously, this is Brighton's ploys to get Brett to bring the ball. Although that last outlet, as you mentioned, was a good one to Benji.
It's like their clear is bringing a few people up from the offensive end and getting them over and swapping up left, right, and centre here. And just looking for a free man here at the moment to be able to give the ball to. And that's
a good clear. I mean, that's patience. Brett gave the right option in the end, and that was a solid clearing situation.
He's found the ball carrier in Cam Singler there, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get down there. The offensive set, and I get a bit more O time now. Go to Goodrich. Stevie Lambert seems to be the one that wants to. He's driving and moving. All nice inside there, and a nice. Just let him get below him then.
Yeah, no, it was a little bit unorthodox. He drove on his left, obviously come back on his strong right, and as he was slightly off balance round arm, let it rip, and probably gave Chippy not much opportunity to get a sider on that. So it was a nice little goal. Obviously, Stevie likes to drive from the top, and probably watching a lot of NCAA and MLL videos, I'd assume, and trying to emulate those blokes.
So there's a few of the young lads out here that probably spend a fair bit of time in front of the square vision.
Yes.
Young Mathwin again against Cole Billows. Working hard in there. And comes out and Fussy picks up the ground ball and just settles it into an attack. Fuss to Mathwin. I believe this is his first league game. Down to Leeming. Back to Fuss. To Perham, to Fuss, to Leeming. Leeming running up on his left. Back to Perham. Might have a bit more pace here than Scotty Dawson, although that's a good defence there. Although let him get inside. Looking for the shot. Young Jakey Rosenthal has found him well on the bottom corner and a good finish.
There's a hat-trick there for Jakey, I believe. It's 3 he's got there. And nice skip pass there by Lee Perham. Found Jakey off-ball side with a bit of space. And a good response by Brighton to keep that 4-goal deficit in place. Good to see young Mathwin taking the face off. Obviously, his dad Peter is a legend really at Brighton. Very, very good left-handed player, Pete was, and he'd be extremely proud watching his son going around, I'm sure.
And another well-worked out face-off there. Jack just pushing it back to Fremo, and Brighton into their offensive set again. Roscoe seems to be finding himself well down in the forward line at many occasions here, and he actually had a fair bit of free space then, but decided that he hasn't shot in the last couple of shots, so he might. There's a good Tommy just stepping in. He recovered really well then. He drew a couple of players, so there could be a loose. They've managed to pick them back up again now.
He's a good size, isn't he, Polden? So I would think that it won't take him long before he'll start to have an influence at this level when he gains his confidence.
Look, that was just speed by Lee Perham then, which got past Josh Harris, and having Josh Harris has actually made the South Australian team as well as sort of a long step midi. Nice little dump to.
What Scotty Dawson needs to do there is lift. So what he's got to do, he's getting the stick on the bottom hand of the Canadians. Obviously, he doesn't take his bottom hand, but what he needs to do then is insert and lift, disrupt the throwing motion of the Canadian player, and that's
that was very ordinary clear, to be honest. Throwing the ball up the middle with a 2-on-1 Burnside Brighton, you've got to hit that man, and even if you hit that man, Brighton had another man coming down, which could have caused a bit of hurt if that would have been a little bit of physical. Great ground ball by Josh then. Adam Phillips.
If he holds the ball up, he would have probably had a numerical advantage there if he was pursued it on the opposite side there.
We'll see what Burnside can do. Timeout called by Burnside, their second one of the half. So just Nick Muxlow looking at settling things down and seeing if he can't